Target 5, I can write an equation given a table of values. We are going to look at the table of values and we're going to try to figure out what is happening to x to give us our y. So when we look at this particular situation, what can we do to 1 to get a 3? What can we do to 2 to get a 6? And what can we do to 3 to get a 9? And you start out by looking at the easy options. I could take 1 plus 2 is 3. And then you try it on the others. 2 plus 2 would be 4, so that doesn't work. Next, I'll look at multiplication. I could take 1 times 3 to give me 3. If I take 2 times 3, I would get 6. And if I take 3 times 3, I would get 9. So I found my rule. Now I just have to write it as an equation. What I said I was doing is I was taking 3 times x, and that would give me my y. And most of the time, we will go ahead and write these as a y equals 3x. We'll put our y first. This is going to be function notation that we will be using in the future. So go ahead and flip it around so we have the y equals. Let's take a look at another example. Here we have something happening to x to give us the y. What can we do to negative 2 to get 0? In this case, we could add 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Try it with the next ones. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. So we know our rule once again is we are taking x and adding 2 to it, and that will give us our y. Let's rewrite that in the form y equals x plus 2. Sometimes the pattern won't be quite as easy. In this case, when I'm looking for the pattern, I'm looking for what can I do to 0 to get 1? Well, easy thing would be add 1. So let me try that with my other situation. 1 plus 1 is going to be 3. 2 plus 1 is going to be 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. So that it will not work for the other two. So when I look at this as multiplication, could I multiply 0 times anything to get 1? The answer is no. Okay, so I have to look at maybe it's a combination of. Maybe I have to do two things. Maybe I have to add and multiply, or add and divide. So when I think of this, I have to go up 1. Well, to get up 1, I have to add 1. So I have to think I'm going to have an add 1 in there. My next thing would be, what can I do to this to get 1 less than this? So when I add 1, I get there. So what can I do to 1 to get it to be a 2? And that would be a multiply by 2. So let's try a 2 times x plus 1. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 will give me 5. So 2x plus 1 will be equal to y. This will be our rule. And once again, I'll flip this around. Y equals 2x plus 1. So when you're doing this, try to look for the possibilities. Look for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Think about what would be happening to each. If we are adding, the number is going up a little bit each time, or a specific number each time. If we're multiplying, we notice that this is jumping quicker because multiplication is going to make it grow faster. If we were subtracting, it would be going down a little bit each time. If it's dividing, it would be cutting in half or thirds or fourths, depending on what you're dividing by. And then you have some of these rules that will involve more than one step, and these are a little bit harder to find, but you're looking for a combination of multiplication and addition, multiplication division, multiplication subtraction, division addition, or division subtraction.